You can make good use of long evening hours with a weaving project like this. This art form is actually coming on strong. I'm with weaver Ella Kent to get a preview of what it takes to make one of these incredible textiles that I just want to keep petting and admiring and gushing over. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
You are so talented. It really is mesmerizing just to see your fingers in action and see you at work. What's your impression then on the overall appeal of weaving, because it is gaining in popularity?
Right. I think the reason why I love this is because I have been able to have customers that have bought this that are like, you know, well over 50, and then I've got teenage little girls, you know, women in my ward who are saying that their daughters want this. I've got people my age who want this. I think just anyone who wants a new inventive way to kind of decorate their wall. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, designers always tell us bring in the texture, right?
Yep.
But I love your point that it's crossing those generational lines.
Totally.
Like all ages can appreciate it. That's when you know you're really onto something fun.
Totally, yeah.
So tell me about the kinds of projects, the kinds of things that can be made.
So right now I'm just doing a standard wall hanging.
Okay.
But let me just show you real quick. This is like a 3-piece wall hanging. So I did all 3 of these sets on my loom, and then I put them together.
Look how cool.
So that's like a fun, different thing that you could do. You could do that with like 4 or 2 or, you know, whatever you want. I've seen pictures of women who actually connect the, you know, the rope from one to the other. So they'll actually let it drag and then can you know, put it into the next one and then let it go to the next one. So they are kind of connected, but not really.
Well, the way you have lined these up, though, it makes for a big wall impact, right?
Yeah.
We all have that wall that we don't know what to do with, but it's huge and ominous in the room. This would be a great way to fill that up.
This is a good way to just let it speak by itself, you know? It doesn't, nothing else really needs to go with it.
It almost looks mixed medium, the way that you've got, I don't know, stitches, what are they called?
Yeah,
weaves, tight weaves, and more chunky fibers that you're using than the little fray. I mean,
that's what's so fun is you can, you know, add texture just by getting little frayed feather.
Yes, I just keep
yarns or
just keep
or these are like fun thicker ones, you know.
Right.
And then this is my macrame rope that I've added into it because I kind of like the way it hangs a little bit chunkier.
Yeah.
And it kind of is a good way to cross my macrame and my weaving together. So I like adding the rope to it as well.
What sort of time commitment are we looking at on a project like this, for example?
So for me being a mom and a wife and having my other commitments, these normally take me 2 to 3 days to do.
You come and you go and you work on them.
If you were to sit down and do it, I would say like minimum 6 hours.
Oh, wow, though.
So yeah, it is a little bit of, you know, a commitment.
For sure.
But I mean, you make this.
Oh, the payoff. Hello, proofs in the picture. What sort of supplies do you need? That's where it gets fun, I imagine, in the different textures.
Yeah, so you will lose me in the craft store for hours because I'm just picking at, you know, so these are all just like knitting yarns.
Okay.
So I just go for colors I like. I like to kind of bunch them together and think, okay, these would look really cute together.
Are you looking for different widths?
So yeah, I think the more that I've done this, I've gone for more, like the more textures, the better. So this thick, chunky one would look good with a thinner one next to it because then it shows off the sizes of it. Or this one is like dreadlocks. It's super like
it really is
furry.
Now that you've said that, I kind of want to go wash it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
seriously.
But how many different, how many different types of?
Oh, for a project?
Yeah, like what's a good rule of thumb?
So I would say no less than 3, or else it's just going to be kind of too boring, I would say. I like to have normally 5. I'd say about 5 as I'm looking here. I don't even know.
That's where you show your true artistic talent because you don't have to think about it.
No, yeah.
People like me have to get it down to a science.
Totally.
Like, how many?
Like I'm really bad at like deciding on one thing, and that's why I love doing this, is because I can be as creative as I want.
What's this?
This is roving.
What is that?
So roving is wool, basically.
Okay.
So, so if you look at this, when I first started weaving, I just did these tiny, tiny little threads, and it would take me days and days and days.
Okay.
And the more I got familiar with weaving and, you know, looking into it, I found roving. And roving comes in all different kinds of colors, depending on where you buy it from, and they just dye it naturally.
Where do you get it?
I buy mine from Etsy.
Okay.
And it takes up literally 3/4 of your piece when you're done.
Right.
Depending on how much you use. So the only thing I would say about this is I made my parents a a full weave with just roving for Christmas. And I took it off of the loom. I was so proud of it. I hung it up and it just started to go like this.
Oh no, oh no.
And I was like, what's going on? And basically you have to be able to pin it down with these thinner,
like this
these
guy?
thinner ones, yep.
Okay.
So that's called a plain tabby weave, which is just going under, over, under, over, under, over.
Can I hold this up?
Yeah.
So that plain tabby weave
It's
just
even
is,
this black one down here.
is nestled right in there.
Yep, so you have to do those to kind of lock this wide roving in place. And then as you keep putting more on, see, I've got it again here, this black one, I've got it here. You have to keep putting that in to kind of smush it together or else it will just widen. So
how long did it take you to learn this? I mean, now you're at the point where you're experimenting and you're doing your own free form. How long did it take you to actually learn the basics?
So, okay, so I did probably 3 weaves before I kind of figured out, oh, you know, you want to do natural fringes, not colors, or else it's like way too bright, and you want to kind of stick to, if you do shapes, to do more natural colors. So I think I did about 3 before I kind of figured out what looks right and
But you
what
learned
doesn't.
fairly quickly along
Yeah,
the way. Where
yeah.
would I even get a loom?
Okay, I bought this from Hobby Lobby.
Oh.
So let me just start
Yeah, you gonna
taking
show
this
us?
off of the loom, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I bought this one from Hobby Lobby. And this is, so this is called the loom. This is the shed stick down here, which basically can hold your place so that way as you go under, over, one way, you lift the shed stick up and then you can just pull your yarn through the other way.
Now, before you pull it off, let me ask, you're
Yeah.
going over, under. Is this one continuous
Yes,
strand?
Okay. So, yeah, so when you're
What if you run
cutting
out halfway through?
So then all you do is you tuck it behind like I just did, and then you start off right there and you finish.
Because the back doesn't matter?
No, not
Okay.
at all. So,
Is this the moment?
yeah, let's see if this will come off. Do you want to help me, actually?
You're like, could you just stop
This-
gawking and start working?
So,
Okay.
all you're going to do is when you pull one off, you're just going to loop it and knot it.
Oh no, I actually have to do something
I
important.
know, sorry.
No, you didn't warn me before I
I didn't.
agreed to readily help you with this project. Just a single knot like that? No.
Yeah. Leave that side one out just because they're. I'll do that one. But just get these ones that are loops.
That's Ella's code. Polite
Sorry.
saying you've already ruined it.
No.
I think is what I heard her think.
That first one you just want to tie really close to the bottom.
let me
'cause it
see what
doesn't
you've
have-
done. Oh,
so
got
you
it.
just you're just doing a knot.
I can do this.
Yes.
I'm no Boy Scout, but I can do this. And how big have you gone? I mean,
I think that one behind us with the macrame rope, those are probably the biggest ones I've done. I've done more intricate ones that have shapes and diamonds in them. Those probably take me the longest because you have to kind of repeat your pattern. Whereas this is kind of more in my style of just doing a bunch of yarns that are kind of random, but you know, you just do.
I'm kind of picking up on the concept that you have to string it really tight.
Yes.
Before
Yes.
you start
Okay,
going.
So yeah, that's the most important part is if these aren't tight enough, then the entire project you just did will just unravel.
I mean, these are
So
really
this knot is
stretched on
holding
here.
it.
Yeah.
You
How many
getting
more
it?
do we have?
Okay, I'm
Are
gonna
we
move down
coming?
here.
Are we coming? And what do you hang this on? A stick? Or
Yep, so okay, so I've seen different women do different things, and that's what's fun about this is like, it's like a community of women that, you know, all do the same thing. So they're all willing to like talk about where they get stuff from and whatever.
Help and share.
So I've seen women that get like really cool copper, what are they
Oh,
called?
like a pipe?
Yeah, like a copper pipe, and they're
Oh.
really pretty, and they say that they get them from Home Depot. I haven't even gone to do that just because of Christmas and everything.
Sure.
That's a brand new thing that
out.
I've seen trending.
And where
I
are you-
just like the look of like organic sticks.
The wood or the
People will
branches.
do like wooden dowels, which are just like the perfect wooden stick, but they're really light, and I just prefer like a more natural wood.
We're going to turn to you for inspiration, but where are you going to get ideas, project ideas?
That's a good question. I would say that I mean, Pinterest is like a lifesaver, but I don't like to copy what I see on Pinterest. So I'll look at Pinterest, get 4 to 5 ideas in my head, maybe take the color schemes from one and the pattern of another and mix it with another one, and then I'll put my phone away and then go and see what I come up with.
Well, totally new art form for me,
Okay.
but I have an instant appreciation for it. Are we almost there?
Yes, so I'll finish this off the camera.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna pull the rest of these loops off. These need to be tight or else the weave will come out.
Flip that baby around.
Let's just hang it real quick.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So we'll loop this through.
Yep. So one,
I love it, Ella. And where can we follow your work online?
On Instagram is probably the best, and then my Etsy shop as well, Fingers of the Gypsy USA.
Okay, we're going to continue to loop this. In fact, can we snap a picture and post it on Instagram?
Yeah, let's do it.
Look for that a little later, but so fun to see this art form in action. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
We're going to continue to loop and tag